day. My name is Vanessa Stendi, and I'm with my group and business mates.
My name is Ufila Mapon.
My name is Taparat Raji.
My name is Michelle Tanzan.
My name is Tanisha Shalini Sel.
And my name is Nao Patamwe.
And we will be presenting to you about our business plan of Bovine and Beyond.
The executive summary. Bovine and Beyond is a modern type of business that deals with the rearing and management of livestock such as sheep, goats, and cattle to produce premium meat and dairy products. The operation is strategically located in Lobatse for its reliable local water sources and the Botswana Meat Commission, which is the home of the meat hub. The total capital required is 115,000, with 10,000 contributed by each shareholder and a 45,000 loan from seed. The demand for locally sourced meat is growing due to population increase. Thereby, we address the national food security by producing high-quality meat and dairy products. The next speaker will be taking you through description of venture.
I'll now be taking you through the description of our venture and our vision and mission statement. Bovine and Beyond is an agricultural operation that is involved in the sale of artificial insemination services, livestock, and their byproducts. It is strategically located in Lobatse for the proximity to Botswana Meat Commission and their auction sites. It is also near abundant water supply from local boreholes. Bovine and Beyond, it is mainly created to improve livestock breeding through artificial insemination and also provide economical diversification by providing reliable livestock byproducts. Our vision as Bovine and Beyond, we aim to be a leader in sustainable livestock production, be renowned for livestock generic improvement and providing high quality livestock byproducts. Our mission statement. Our company's mission is to foster a passion for livestock excellence as we breed, raise, and market livestock breeds and products to ensure sustainability. I will now be handing over to the next speaker who will be taking us through the product and service plan.
I will now be taking you through the product and service plan of Bovine and Beyond. Bovine and Beyond is a modern type of business that rears high quality livestock, manages them, and deals with their byproducts. We rear livestock to sell their genetic materials to farmers who want to improve the genetic quality of their livestock. We also produce products like meat, milk, and cheese for selling, and we provide services like farmers training, farmers consultation, and artificial insemination. Artificial insemination, which involves the collection of genetic material from the male reproductive system and introducing it to the female reproductive system so as to facilitate fertilization and possibly end up with pregnancy. Farmers training. We equip farmers with the knowledge and skills on farming techniques, and we offer hands-on experience in the farm for better learning and experience. Farmers consultation. Farmers consult us on matters like environmental sustainability and concerns that have to do with livestock farming. Day-to-day activities in the farm. Production of cheese, which involves converting milk from cheese through fermentation and coagulation. Packaging of products, equipment maintenance and pasteurization, which involves killing harmful bacteria and microorganisms in milk through heating process. Factors of production that are required to start up a business. We need land, that is the farm. We need livestock, that is cattle, sheep, and goats. We need equipment like milking, watering, and feeding systems. And we need human labor, a minimum of 10 employees. I will now be handing over to my next teammate to take you through industry and market analysis.
I will now be taking you through the industry and market analysis. According to a research done by Botswana Meat Market on September 1st, 2025, for the demand and supply of meat in Botswana, the country is facing a sharp decline in meat supply, hence resorts to import meat from South Africa. With the growing demand for meat in the country, many opportunities are made for livestock farming for businesses like our own, Bovine and Beyond. Bovine and Beyond will be competing in 3 markets: being the meat market, the dairy market, and the breeding market. Bovine and Beyond will be targeting individual buyers and institutions, both privately owned and public ones. The graph I'm about to interpret explains the imports made by Botswana in tons of different meats from the year 2022 to 2025. The blue bars show goat meat, the orange bars show sheep meat, and lastly, the green bars show beef. On the year 2022, goat meat was imported in 1.2 tons, while in 2025, the goat meat was imported in 1.8 tons. This shows an average interest increase of 15%. In the year 2022, the sheep meat was imported in 1.3 tons compared to the 1.8 tons imported in 2025. This shows that the average is 12.5% increase. The same goes for beef in the year 2022, as it was imported by 1.2 tons compared to the 2.1 tons in 2025. The same thing goes as the average was 22.5% increase. This trend shows that the imports are not only increasing, but the supply in Botswana is decreasing. The next speaker will be taking you through the marketing plan.
I'll be taking you through with the marketing plan, starting off with the branding part. Bovine and Beyond looks forward to providing quality. Our business will be different from the usual farming business, making it more unique. How unique? Bovine and Beyond looks forward to providing its services and products at premium quality and providing them locally and more faster. Our business will be privately owned. Now moving on to the promotional idea. Offer farm-to-table dinners. This is whereby our farm will be hosting a dinner where each and every individual is allowed to ask a question on what they want to understand about how we run our business. The next part, we partner with local businesses. We can partner with businesses like Choppies and other retailers so that they can sell our products for us. Digital marketing and content. Digital marketing and content provide us with resources such as social media platforms like Facebook, where we can market our products globally. Moving on to the distributional plan. The distributional plan, fair pricing. Ensure fair pricing structure for meat and milk sold to wholesale buyers is a key component that benefits both our business and customers. We have decided to go along with the cost plus pricing strategy because it adds all the costs that were encountered when making our products. Also, under the distributional plan, we have channels of distribution. Bovine and Beyond aims at selling its products indirectly through intermediaries such as wholesalers and retailers who will be selling our products to consumers. Handing over to Philo to take you through with the organizational plan.
I'll be taking you through the organizational plan. Our organizational plan is divided into 3 key departments, which are farm operations, production and processing, and finance admin. Farm operation is being led by farm manager, veterinary technician, and livestock workers. They are the backbone of our day-to-day animal care, health management, and our feeding routines. The production and processing is being led by the processing officer and quality control. They ensure that our livestock products are handled safely and meet top standards before they reach the market. We also have the finance and admin, which is being led by the finance officer and admin assistant. They make sure that our records are being recorded perfectly and our payroll are made, and also they deal with the budgeting of our company so that we know that our books are being kept perfectly. They also ensure that the internal systems are being run smoothly. We also have the sales and marketing, which is being led by the sales manager or marketing officer. They ensure that our products reach the consumer and the market wide, and they also make sure that they meet them with the strategic promotion and relationship building. This structure allows us to operate efficiently while ensuring that quality and transparency and customer satisfaction is met up, and it also remains at the top of everything we do. I'll be handing over to Palisa, who will be elaborating more on our operational plan.
I will now be taking you through the operational plan. Our key operational processes are as follows. There will be feeding of livestock to ensure their good health and growth. We will also be cleaning and disinfecting cows to make sure that there is no spread of diseases at our farms, such as foot and mouth and mastitis. There'll be monitoring of livestock to check them for any illnesses and injuries, and they'll be treated when necessary. Team meetings will be held for task delegations and to ensure that there is good organization within our farm. There'll also be maintenance of farm machinery in order to make sure that there is no breakdowns and to make sure that the machinery and tools are good and safe for operation. Our operational hours will be as follows. Our permanent employees will have 2 shifts. The first shift will be from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the next shift after the break will be from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Our part-time employees will have a 4-hour shift from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. to make sure that our permanent employees are not burnt out whilst working on the farm. Lastly, I'll be taking you through the business milestones. In the next 4 years, we plan on increasing livestock quantity by 40%, and we plan on ensuring that 100% of our permanent employees are fully trained and have the necessary certificates that they need to be working on our farm full-time. We also plan on establishing a stable market by securing 5 major long-term business contracts with our suppliers. We also plan on securing a 60% brand recognition within our target regional market. Now I'll be passing it on to Onaletata to be taking you guys through the assessment of risks.
Now on to assessment of risks. To identify the most significant threats to our operation, how they can happen, and steps we are taking to control them. We have 6 segments in our assessment of risk, which include the risk, how can the risk happen, consequences of the risk, the level of risk, the likelihood, and how we are going to control it. Firstly, we have the high risk. Our biggest high risk is disease outbreak on livestock. It can happen when feed, water, formats are contaminated, hence a reduced in productivity and mortality on livestock. For disease outbreak, there will be installation of food bags, sterilization of equipment, and regular veterinary consultation. And lastly, it is more likely to happen. Then moving on to the medium risk and also moderate concern, we have the labor issues and food security. Labor issues are a moderate concern and they can happen when there is high labor costs and disputes among employees, causing decreased productivity and financial losses. It is a medium risk, and to control this, we must train employees and also foster open communication. And then now, food safety issues. Next, food safety issues are caused by food contamination due to untidy environment and equipment, causing financial losses and reputational damage. Rated as medium risk, our solution to this is to practice food hygiene and clean environment. Now moving on to the low risk, which we consider manageable but we still monitor. We have equipment failure and land degradation. Equipment failure is a low and more unlikely risk, caused by lack of care of equipment and maintenance. We control this with regular care, maintenance, and inspection of equipment. And then now moving on to the land degradation. It's also a low and unlikely to happen, caused by overgrazing and soil erosion. We control this by practicing rotational grazing. I'll now be handing over to my next teammate who will be doing the financial plan.
I'll be taking you through with the financial plan. This is the income statement of Bovine and beyond. On the sales on credit, we have 200,000 pula. Cost of goods sold, we have 50,000 pula. And then the gross profit, which we get by subtracting the cost of goods sold from sales all on credit, we have 150,000 pula. Moving on to the operating expenses, we have selling expenses being 25,000 pula, administrative expenses being 35,000 pula, and total operating expenses, which we get by adding the above expenses, being 60,000 pula. Now moving on to the income, the operating income is 40,000 pula, and then the interest expense is 12,000 pula. Then we have income before taxes. To get the income before taxes, we have to subtract the interest expense from the operating income, which is 40,000 minus 12,000 pula, giving us 28,000 pula. And then we have the income tax expense. The income tax expense leads us to the net income after taxes. To get the net income after taxes, we have to subtract the income tax expense from the income before taxes. being 28,000 pula minus 7,000 pula, leaving us to 21,000 pula being the net income after taxes. With the balance sheet, we have the non-current assets. The non-current assets include the land, the motor vehicles, the machinery or equipment used in the farm, which account to 52,000 pula. We also have the current assets. The current assets include inventory, trade receivable, cash or bank. They all account to 75,975 pula. Moving on to the current liabilities. The current liabilities is 7,900 pula, being the trade payables. And then we also have non-current liabilities. Non-current liabilities consist of the loan being 10,000 pula. We add the current liabilities and the non-current liabilities to get the 17,900, to which we are going to subtract it from the current assets to get the working capital, which is 75,975 pula minus 17,900 pula, giving you a total of 58,075 pula. Now moving on to the net assets. How do we get the net assets? The net assets is simply the non-current assets plus the working capital, giving you a total of 110,075 pula. The finance by section, which is the capital, is simply 110,075 pula.
We have reached the end of our presentation. Thank you.